YouTube! Welcome to another video! Today we're watching 13 etiquette rules in the US that surprise tourists. I'm German, so I'm curious what sort of etiquette you guys have. I always thought the US and Germany are kind of similar, but then at the same time we're not. Let's see, let's take a look.
So our parents teach us to be polite, but what you learned as a kid doesn't always apply when you're in another part of the world.
Yes.
So if you're heading to the US anytime soon, I've got some tips for you
One day I will go. I've never been to the US, but one day for sure.
on what we Americans consider the rules of etiquette, and some stuff that's totally okay in the US that other countries might consider rude.
Uh-oh.
Let's start off with my favorite, food etiquette. Number 1, feel free to ask for some condiments.
Whoa!
If you're eating out and your food is tasting a little bland, it's completely fine to ask for salt, pepper, or sauces to add a little zing to your meal. I know some places in Europe see it as an insult to the chef.
I do think so. I feel like here you could ask for salt and pepper, but not sauces. I feel like you can't ask for sauces because that's gonna cost extra.
If you start adding a little spice of your own. But don't worry about that in the US. Nobody's going to be offended or give you weird looks if you ask the waiter for a bottle of ketchup.
What? Okay. It depends on the food though, right? Because not everything can be enjoyed with ketchup.
Even if you're at someone's house visiting, they won't see it as a jab to their culinary skills either. Some
I don't know. I feel like in Germany it's alright to ask for like salt and pepper, I think. Yeah, but Germans are also very upfront. They're not gonna do it in a nice way.
just like it spicier than others.
Boom.
Number 2, always tip.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
maybe not always, but it's a rare occurrence if you don't tip your waiter, hairdresser, cab driver, and so on. And only if the service was really awful. But even then, a lot of Americans feel guilty about not leaving any tip. The rule is 15 to 20% of the bill.
That's so much. In Germany, we do tend to tip when it comes to restaurants and hairdressers, but not a lot. We tip maybe like, I don't know, €2. Like it's like to round up to the next convenient number, if you get what I mean. Like if the bill was 48, it's gonna be rounded up to 50 or maybe 55 if the service was good. It depends. It depends. I feel like yeah.
So get ready to do some mental math each time you eat out. I've heard
Wait, but that means if you buy food for like, I don't know, maybe you're out with your family, you pay $100 and then you have to pay $120. $20 in tips. Oh my God.
that tipping isn't a thing in some countries,
Yes.
especially in East Asia, where restaurant staff always provide good service no matter what. But in the US, it's simply a sign of gratitude that your waiter did a good job, even though they're probably tired, their feet hurt, and they've got a bunch of other tables to tend to.
I mean, it's kind of similar, but I guess not as extreme here. And then like people are not gonna hate you for not tipping, you know? I've heard some really bad stories, like what happens when you don't tip in the US, because it's a lot more normal there, right? So yeah, that's just different culture, I guess, right?
Number 3, clean up after yourself at fast food restaurants. Of course, if you're going to the States, I imagine a lot of your eating out will be done in fast food joints.
Yes. I want to go to the US and I want to try every fast food restaurant. I want to try Wendy's, Taco Bell. Oh, we don't have that here. We don't have Wendy's and Taco Bell in Germany. So I really want to have it, guys. What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
You'll see a lot more of those than your traditional sit and be served by a waiter types of places. But anyways, if you're finished eating and your tray is now full of wrappers, used napkins, and empty boxes, take it to the trash can and dispose of the garbage yourself.
I mean, that's the same thing here, though. I think it's because most fast food restaurants are from the US, right? So in fast food restaurants, it's the same thing here.
Most fast food places don't have a separate cleaning staff for that. It's pretty much always the cashier that needs to find time between ringing people up to go clean up the dining area. So,
I mean, the only thing that I guess people are not expected to clean up are like, crumbs and stuff. Because that is what the staff does here. But I guess it's the same, right? I think so.
we try to help them out a bit and clean up after ourselves. Number 4. Open gifts immediately in front of the giver. Now, I was pretty surprised when I found out that opening a gift as soon as you get it is considered bad manners and
It's a snail! It's a snail! What the heck? Wait, I don't know. Okay, here, I feel like I've seen both. I think I've seen both here. It depends a little on the occasion as well, but I feel like usually here gifts are also open directly. So we are pretty similar in
certain
that
parts of
as
the
well.
world. I guess some cultures see it as kind of greedy when you start tearing into a present right
Snail!
away. In the US, it's pretty much the opposite. Open it as soon as you get it, right in front of the giver. That way, they can see your reaction and you can thank them right there on the spot.
What the heck? Why does she look like that when she gets a snail? You should be happy. Look how cute he is. Look how cute the snail is.
There are also no rules about using both hands or a certain hand when giving or receiving a gift. Just grab it and open it already.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same here. I don't know. I don't think it's rude to open things later. I'm not sure. I don't get gifts enough. But yeah, usually they are open in front of the recipient because you want to see the reaction, right?
Number 5. Be ready for small talk.
Oh my god.
How about that game last night? Whew. When's this weather gonna let
What
up
game?
already? Yes, Americans love small talk. So don't be surprised if a stranger just starts chatting with you while you're waiting in line or sharing an elevator.
Okay, and this is how we differ. Germans hate that. Especially in the north, especially in northern Germany. We hate small talk, okay? I think in the south people are generally more open, right? I think like people do not want to converse with you while you're waiting in the supermarket, I guess most Germans are very introverted. I feel like I don't know. I wouldn't say it's rude if you do talk to a random person. I wouldn't say it's rude. But it's a bit odd, and that person's probably annoyed. So, yeah.
It could be sports, the weather, traffic, anything, just
Oh my god, I don't even know sports.
to have a short, light conversation. I can't really say why we like talking to people we don't even know. But, I mean, if you're sharing a space with someone, are you just going to totally ignore their presence? That'd be awkward.
No, it wouldn't. Like, I don't know. For example, when you're in the elevator, maybe. I don't know. We don't talk to each other. Like, if you're in the elevator with another person, maybe we say hello. Maybe we say hello and bye, but we're not gonna have a conversation.
Oh yeah, and you'll get asked how you're doing a lot, even by strangers. It's usually waiters and cashiers that'll greet you with a, "Hi, how are you today?"
That's sweet.
Just answer with "Fine," and you? Even if you're not exactly having a fantastic day.
Yeah, you don't wanna. that's okay. I think that's kind of sweet. Even though, I guess, you don't want to. You're not gonna answer you're having a bad day, but I kind of like it. It shows a bit more care for each other, I feel like.
Number 6. Expect a lot of smiles.
I like that.
First of all, let me bust the myth that Americans constantly walk around smiling ear to ear. Nobody does that, because that'd be weird. But again, if you're sharing a space and making small talk with a stranger, or maybe someone opens or holds the door for you, they'll smile at you. And it's polite if you do the same.
No, but I like that. I like that a lot because Germans are kind of rude. Germans are kind of rude. And even though I'm German myself, I tend to be a little intimidated by that. I'm definitely, I don't know. People call me a fake German for no reason, but no, for a reason. Why am I yapping?
Cashiers and waiters also greet you with a big friendly smile. I read somewhere that this goes back to our early history as a country built by people who all spoke different languages. They didn't understand each other all that well, so they just smiled. But I still think we just like to be open and kind.
Yeah, it's a good thing. There's nothing bad with smiling and being kind. I really do wish we have more of that here. But in Germany, it's more like you kind of just mind your own business, if that makes sense. You kind of just, I don't know, at least that's how I experience it. I feel like people care more for themselves than strangers.
Number 7. Respect the bubble. Now, here's a pretty funny thing about Americans. We're friendly, we love to chat, but we also really like our personal bubble. The unspoken rule is to stand about an arm's length away when you're talking with someone. We're also not too big on touching during conversation, because this can be misconstrued as a way of flirting.
Ooh.
Of course, the rule doesn't apply with close friends and family, but still, even then, most Americans aren't too touchy-feely.
I think it's the same here. People aren't really... I mean, it makes sense, right? If people are not even kind to each other, they're not gonna be, they're not gonna be close to each other. Okay, the only thing this doesn't apply to, though, is when you're in a line at the supermarket, then, I don't know, especially older people, they do not know personal space. They do not know personal space. I don't know if that's an old people thing, or a Germany thing, or a Europe thing, or whatever. So, yeah. But I like that. I don't want to be touched by strangers or people I don't really know. I do like hugging my friends, but I'm not gonna, yeah.
Number 8. And definitely no kissing.
What?
I know in
course
countries
not.
like Spain and France, people often greet each other with a peck or two on the cheek.
Oh.
There might be some Americans who greet the European way, but overall, we don't kiss each other as a way to say hi. Again, my personal bubble is my sanctuary, so don't come in it with puckered lips ablazing. Mwah.
I wouldn't like that either. It's not a thing in Germany, by the way, guys. The kissing each other. Oh, no.
Mwah. It's best to just say hi, smile, and keep it at that.
Yeah.
Number 9. Being loud is usually okay. The stereotype of the loud American tourist might ring true most of the time, since we tend to project our voices, even out in public. It's not that we're yelling all the time, but I'd say we certainly speak louder than people in Europe or Asia.
I mean, yes, whenever, you come across tourists, we say that in Germany a lot, you instantly tell when there's an American group of tourists. Because it's also yeah, Germans are also rather quiet, trying to be quiet, especially in public spaces. So maybe keep that in mind, but yeah. You can always tell when a group of tourists is American.
I've gotten some friendly reminder to take it down a few decibels when visiting my friends abroad. But hey, if you're ever in the States, feel free to laugh out loud or get particularly animated while telling a joke.
Oh my god. Honestly, I can imagine it to be kind of silly because I would be like I'm on stream. Because obviously, on stream, I'm like my loudest and my funniest.
But of course, there's a time and place for that. You still have to hush down in places like libraries. Shh. Number 10. Indirectness is politeness. So here's the thing about Americans. A direct, no, I don't want or like that is seen as pretty rude. But if an American gives you a polite, no thanks, I'd rather not, or I don't think that's the best idea, that doesn't mean that they're on the fence about it. No means no, even if it's said indirectly and super politely.
Oh, that's kind of similar to Japan, kinda, right? I feel like Germans are definitely more on the direct side, but personally, I find it always hard to say no. So, personally, I'm definitely, I like to sugarcoat things, I guess. But Germans are definitely more on the direct side. I don't know. I wouldn't call it polite necessarily. It's just being honest. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not really. Germany is a lot more, direct. But it's not necessarily rude to be direct. It's more like, people kind of just prefer to be, to say it as it is.
It's frowned upon to try and convince someone to do something or change their mind because it's seen as pushy and disrespectful to their wishes.
Yeah, I get that.
Number 11. Sit in the back seat of a cab. Now this is something interesting I found out about Australia and New Zealand. There, it's considered rude to take the back seat of a cab because it's almost like you're showing that you expect to be chauffeured by someone who's lower than you. Well, don't worry about that in the US. In fact, you should ride in the back seat because the driver might give you a weird look otherwise.
I don't even know how you do it here. I don't know. Personally, wouldn't like to sit in the front. And whenever I took an Uber, I would always be in the back. So I think here it's also normal to sit in the back, unless you're in a group. Unless you're like 3 people or more, then one of them has to sit in the front, right? I don't know. I don't know if there's a rule about that here, though. I feel like it would be weird. I feel like it would be weird to sit in the front.
Not an elitist thing, and you can still make friendly small talk from the back. Just respect the driver's personal bubble.
Okay, and that's another thing. I feel like when it comes to taxis or cabs, sometimes they do like to make small talk, actually. In some situations, Germans also make small talk. Like, maybe in taxis and maybe at the hairdresser. They tend to talk, but yeah.
That's all. Number 12. Feel free to keep your shoes on inside.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Keeping the shoes on the inside. I do not like that.
Russia recently asked me, why is it that in all American movies, people are walking around their house with their shoes on?
Dude, sometimes in movies and shows, they're gonna wear their shoes inside, which, it's whatever. But then they're gonna put their feet on the couch or on the bed or on the table with their shoes on.
And I just told them straight up, because that's what we do.
What?
Now, there are plenty of families here that don't have a no shoes indoors policy, although I'd say the majority don't. So here's a good rule of etiquette to live by if you ever visit an American's home. When you walk in, ask if you should take your shoes off at the door. If they say, nah, you're okay, don't feel bad about walking around their house in your shoes.
I think, okay, in Germany, some families find it okay if you wear your shoes inside. But then, yeah. I don't know. Personally, I don't like it.
It seems bizarre to most people around the world, but it's A-okay here. 13.
Because the floor is gonna, I guess if everyone always keeps their shoes on, then, it's the same thing for everyone, so it's whatever, right? It's not like you're gonna walk into the dirt because you also have shoes on, right? But, I don't know, it's not comfortable. I think it's more comfy to just wear socks. And, the dirt thing is also a thing, right? But, I don't like the shoes in the house policy.
It's okay to keep it casual.
What?
Overall, I'd say the biggest thing about Americans is that most of us are pretty casual and laid back. If you're ever out and about in the US, you'll see a lot of people running errands in sweatpants, gym shorts, baseball caps, and even their PJs.
Oh, okay.
But it's not just about clothes either.
Okay, I was gonna say about the clothes. I have a mixed opinion on this because, okay, let me be straight up with you guys. German fashion sucks. A lot of Germans dress like shit. I'm sorry. It needed to be said. But I do feel like sweatpants, for example, wearing sweatpants outside is a bit frowned upon. You might get cyanide, you might get the German stare if you wear sweatpants. But if you wear just, what is it, like, other athletic clothes, I feel like people are gonna be okay with it.
We often keep it on a first-name basis, even with people that are generally referred to more formally in other countries.
That's
For example,
interesting.
most of the time your boss is just Jim or Janet, not Mr. or Mrs. Jones. You might start off more formally, but I guarantee you that person will say right off the bat, hey, call me Jim. Now, what would be weird is if their name isn't Jim. Maybe it's Howard or Benny. Then what you say is, hey, call me a cab.
What? I don't get it. but I find that nice. I find that nice. I feel like here if you have a good relationship with your boss, I guess that's gonna be what happens as well.
So, are any of these Americanisms
depends.
different or the same in your country? And to all my fellow Americans, can you add anything to the list?
Yes,
Let me
tell
know
me
down
more.
in the comments.
Tell me more in my
If you learned
comments
something
as
new
well.
today, then give this video a like and share it with a friend.
Wow.
But hey, don't go call me a cab just yet. We have over 2,000 cool videos for you to check out.
Oh my god. A lot of the things in America, okay, actually what I said in the beginning is kind of correct. Because in certain ways, Americans are kind of similar to Germans, right? But then in other ways, we're completely different. Especially when it comes to, like, talking to strangers. I don't know. I feel like I need to gain some more confidence and less social anxiety when I go to America. But yeah, that was a fun video to watch. Guys, if you want to see more German VTuber reacts to US stuff or other stuff, check out my channel. Tell me more, what is it? Give me more suggestions. Give me more suggestions in the comments on what I could watch. And also, you can watch me live on Twitch. I stream 4 to 5 days a week. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed. You can also subscribe to Brightside and check them out for more content like that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.